is inhuman.
You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine life, jet flying, son of a gun, and I'm having a hard time holding these alligators down. They call me Hot Rod. Everybody knows it. I don't have to say what I am, because I've done it. That's the difference between you and me. You talk about it, I do it. You will know that your ass is mine, and that's the bottom line. CostCo, get so.
Welcome to the 2025 Royal Rumble edition of the Eastside Dave and Son Wrestling Show.
Well, thank you. Whoa, baby. Thank you so much, Stanley Mac. Oh, my God. It is Royal Rumble Day, Daddy. Come on. Let's go. Excitement. Who's ready? Who's ready for the Royal Rumble?
Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble.
You're ahead of me. Every time on the chant, you were a half a second ahead of me. It is always important to follow Daddy. Okay? It's the Eastside Dave and Son Wrestling Show. My job is to provide the paternal content. Okay? My job is to make sure you know what you're doing. One of those things is chanting properly, in time, in unison. Royal Rumble! Royal Rumble!
What?
You're still ahead of me.
I wasn't.
You were ahead of me again. So what I am going to say is we're going to have to now cancel this very special Royal Rumble episode. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Our first episode of 2025, by the way. Happy New Year.
It was 2 minutes and 35 seconds.
Good night, everyone. Good night. And I hope you enjoy Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble. Royal Rumble. Now you were a half second behind.
That time I was a half second behind.
Yeah, you were.
The first time, though, I don't think I was.
Listen. You know what it is? It's Royal Rumble Day. We're not going to get bogged down by your lack of coordination and time. You know me. I'm a drummer. But I don't know what instrument you play. I think I saw you playing the kazoo one time, and then you dropped it into a puddle. And that was it. Now listen. Besides Royal Rumble Day, Stanley Mac. And by the way, my name is Eastside Dave McDonald. Hello. Good morning. I am the Eastside Dave component of the show. I'm the father of the show. The son is Stanley Mac. Let's put it together for Stanley Mac. And Stanley, besides it being Royal Rumble Day, what also is it now? I want you to take a guess about, and it's very, very significant wrestling date, anniversary, if you will. It's a significant wrestling thing. Go ahead. Take a guess,
I'm going to guess something with IWF.
Guessing something with IWF, the Independent Wrestling Federation, of which I am the greatest manager of that organization. By far, Eastside Dave McDonald, New Jersey's greatest manager, in fact. And yes, IWF has an event coming up in April. Make sure you go to campiwf.com for your tickets. campiwf.com for your tickets. We do sell out. We've been getting insane crowds the last couple of years, and we do sell out, so make sure you get your tickets. But besides that little plug, and yeah, Eastside Dave's going to be there. I will be there, managing my boys, the Atkins brothers, managing my boy, First Class Justin Adams, trying to get them victories. I've gotten some gold in the IWF. I just want it all now. I just want it all. I really want my boys, the Atkins brothers, to become the IWF Tag Team Champions. And that's something that I am not going to be happy until they achieve. And it's the same thing with First Class Justin Adams. I won't be satisfied until he becomes the IWF World Heavyweight Champion. Okay? But that is not what I was thinking of. I give you credit. You get half credit because you did give our nice independent promotion a plug. So I give you a little credit. But that is not what I'm thinking, Stanley. What is the significance of the Eastside Dave show? The Eastside Dave and Son wrestling show.
This would be 10 years. We
have entered our 10th year. We started this thing in 2015. And here it is, 2025, 10 years of the Eastside Dave and Son Wrestling Show. That's unbelievable. It's impossible to even comprehend. How old are you?
I was 5.
How old are you now, you nut?
You said how old I was.
I said, how old are you?
I am 15.
So you were 5 when it started, now you're 15. That's insane. Oh, how time flies. 10 years of the Eastside Dave and Son Wrestling Show. Stanley, any favorite recollections, memories, highlights of the past decade of Eastside Dave and Son Wrestling memories? Come on, man.
My favorite episode, only because it was different than anything we've done, was probably the Undertaker Mick Foley Hell in a Cell episode, just because...
Rekindle my memory, please.
Yeah, we did. That was we did one to celebrate the anniversary of Mick Foley Undertaker Hell in a Cell, and that's the only episode I think we've done that's a pay-per-view.
That we just... Wow. Yeah, because we did... These shows come out with each WWE premium live event, please. Get the terminology correct. Pay-per-view, you're so 90s, bro. It's PLEs now. Every time there's a big time, we don't count Saturday Night Main Event, though. We're loving them, by the way. And I think we should discuss the Saturday Night Main Events that we've seen. But we're loving that stuff. But man, 10 years is unbelievable. Now we're going to celebrate. We'll celebrate a proper 10th anniversary, I think in August or sometime in the summer, because the show came out in the summer. But Saturday Night Live, it's on, it's like celebrating its 50th year. They're going to have that little number 50 up the entire time. You know what I mean? So when you're celebrating the big thing, you always celebrate for the entire year. So 10th year begins today with this episode. How about that? 10 years.
10
of
years.
The Eastside Dave and Son Wrestling Show. Insane. Oh, man. My favorite, some of my favorite moments, and again, we'll do more of these in the summertime where we celebrate a proper 10th anniversary show. But my favorite moment was one time you sat down, you missed the chair, and you fell down. That was great. And then there's this one time where you hit your head on the microphone because you got too early, almost busted open your lip. And then there was this time where we were walking outside in the snow and you slipped down the stairs because the stairs were icy. Now, that didn't have anything to do with the podcast. But I was... No, hold on. I was just thinking about you. It was like a Home Alone. Your feet went up in the air. You fell down. Oh, that was a great moment for our show. I mean, it didn't actually happen on the air, but, in terms of... For me, that's one of my favorite memories of all time. Then there was that one time that... where you were walking, you were skateboarding, and all of a sudden you skateboarded right into a tree branch. You got clotheslined. You were out. You were unconscious for about 8 to 10 minutes. Everyone was all scared. There's a little blood coming out of your head on the street. And then they go, wait a second. And then people looked into it and they realized it wasn't a tree, really. It was just I actually had a branch in my hand and I hit you with it while you were skateboarding. That was funny. And then remember all the neighbors were like, hey, you shouldn't have done that. That's a son. He's a kid. You should have hit him with a branch. I go, what? I go, do you people understand who this kid has met? This kid met Adrian Peterson. You did meet Adrian Peterson once?
I did.
At Sirius XM, correct?
Yeah. I was like, how old was I?
So I go to the parents and go, this is just Adrian Peterson treatment, bros. I take out the branch, I smack him around with the branch a little bit. Isn't that how you discipline your kids? Sometimes I throw them down a hill. And I put a whole bunch of, pit bulls at the bottom of the hill. Oh, I do all kinds of fun and games. We have all kinds of fun and games over here. All right. Now that that's out of the way, and now that the IWF, which I appreciate, that business is out of the way, let's discuss a little Saturday Night Main Event. We have gotten 2 so far. Opinions?
Jesse's been great.
Jesse was great. Now, we should note that Hogan, who was initially scheduled to appear on this previous Saturday Night Main Event, the second one, he did not appear. Certainly suspicious after he was booed out of the building on the premiere episode of Raw on Netflix. Talk about that. Let's discuss. Let's discuss the Raw on Netflix. Let's discuss the Hogan booing. What did you think about the booing? Is it over? Is it curtains for Hulkamania? Can Bobby Heenan finally get some rest as Hulkamania appears to have been killed?
Oh, Heenan's smiling right now.
That's all he ever wanted to do was kill Hulkamania. What did you think about Hogan getting booed on Netflix?
I really don't think that should have been really a surprise. Like, I don't know why WWE didn't, I guess, see it.
Here's my thing. I am sick of WWE linking Hulk Hogan with Monday Night Raw. He is not Raw. He is not the guy you think of when you think of Monday Night Raw. We really don't want to see Hulk Hogan on Monday Night Raw reunion, celebration, anniversary shows, etc. Hogan leaves the WWE in 93. Raw starts in 93. Hogan goes over to WCW and starts calling that the best wrestling company in the world. WWE, though it has Monday Night Raw, is kind of struggling a little bit in 94, 95. Hogan turns heel in WCW in 96. They begin Monday Nitro. They are direct competitors. Hulk Hogan directly competes against Monday Night Raw when it was still a young show. Hogan and Bischoff stating many, many times we'd love to put the WWE out of business. Obviously, that would have included Monday Night Raw. I don't think of Hulk Hogan with Monday Night Raw. In fact, I think of Monday Night Raw almost being a show that was built because Hulk Hogan was out of the WWE. They needed something new and fresh with Hogan going, and Monday Night Raw was invented. So I'm sick and tired of putting Hogan on these Raw shows. Learn your lesson. I would have booed him just because I'm sick and tired of seeing Hulk Hogan, a Nitro guy, on Monday Night Raw. Give me a break with the Hogan already. And this is politics aside. I could care less. He isn't Raw. Where's Stone Cold been? We heard that Stone Cold didn't come to the last year's WrestleMania, maybe because there was a contract dispute, money dispute. He wanted comparable money to The Rock. But, I mean, why wasn't Stone Cold at Raw on Netflix, the debut episode? That's who we think of. Attitude Era guys. That's when Raw kicked in. Monday Night Raw's first huge success is Attitude Era. And Hulk Hogan had nothing to do with it. He was on the other program. Where's Stone Cold?
That's a great question.
Well, let's reconcile, or whatever's gone on, whatever's gotten sideways with Stone Cold, let's fix it. All right?
Yeah, I don't know if there's something between the WWE and Stone Cold.
Yeah, there's something weird going on. Enough. Fix it. You have a Raw on Netflix thing. We don't bring out Steve Austin? Come on, man. And we bring out Hogan? Of course the guy gets booed. So they cancel his appearance on the last week's Saturday Night Main Event. They're saying Hogan had a family obligation to go to.
Yeah.
So if he had a family obligation to go to, then why did he book himself for a Saturday Night Main Event?
Yeah, it's total lie.
Of course it's a lie.
Yeah.
That was weak sauce. Time to man up, Hulkster. Go out there. Hey, maybe don't even wear red and yellow. Maybe don't even wear NWO stuff, but maybe you just wear like a black shirt with a white, kind of headband and see what happens. And maybe they can parlay this into heel Hogan. not even necessarily NWO Hogan, but a whole new first, like a fresh heel Hogan. Hell, let's call him heel Hogan. And do something different with him. Because this ain't good. And they for some reason never seem to understand. People don't want to watch Hulk Hogan anymore. Like, deliver a promo. They all stink. His promos are bad now. They used to be highly entertaining in the mid-'80s, late '80s, even if you didn't like Hogan, which I did not. And I'm not saying this now. This isn't revisionist history. Everyone who's known me has known I was a Roddy Piper guy since I was a kid. That was it. He was my guy. So any one of his opponents, I'm gonna go against. When Roddy went babyface, I stuck with Roddy and I'm rooting against Adrian Adonis. When Roddy's heel, I'm sticking with Roddy and I'm rooting against Hogan. I always thought Hogan was a little bit of a phony. I mean, he always had, I don't know if it's a Jersey thing. A Jersey, New York, this area, we can spot phonies a mile away. Most of us. Most of us who have a little bit of a clue about what's going on in the Northeast area can spot a phony a mile away. He's always seemed fake to me. So they got to get past the Hogan thing. Or if you don't want to get past it, like I said, heel Hogan. Change him up, but don't do the red and yellow guy anymore. And can we give Jimmy Hart something else to do so that he doesn't have to get booed by 25,000 angry people from Los Angeles? They had Jimmy Hart waving the American flag, hoping that would deter people from booing. That was as obvious.
They're not
as
booing
ever.
Jimmy Hart though. I mean, they're not booing Jimmy Hart necessarily.
I know they weren't, but that was the obvious attempt at, we don't even want to risk booing. Send Jimmy Hart out there waving the American flag, and even still they booed the hell out of Hogan. That was hysterical to me. I'd love it if they did something good with Jimmy. Hell, let's have Jimmy manage some team on NXT. Jimmy looks great. Sounds like Jimmy. Give him a job. Let him do something. So that's some of my thoughts. Regards to that. Anything else with the WWE? Exciting time. The TNA deal. I mean, this is our first show of the year, isn't it?
Yeah.
Holy mackerel. So we got a few things to cover. The TNA thing. What do you think about that? WWE now has a partnership with TNA?
I think it's great for like both sides, and I'm happy that they're not like it. I don't think WWE is gonna just take all of the stars and make the Tony Khan mistake or anything.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. You mean how Tony Khan has destroyed
They got to be careful of that, but
how Tony Khan has destroyed New Japan?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the reputation, or the word on the street is that Tony Khan has really significantly damaged New Japan because he just, the Forbidden Door is now, they should rename it the most accessible open door of all time. There's nothing forbidden about it. There's nothing, mysterious and cool about it anymore.
You can just walk right in.
Yeah, I mean, there's a gigantic, huge bridge between AEW and New Japan and America and Japan because of the AEW New Japan thing. But yeah, they've been saying that basically Tony Khan took a lot of guys, hasn't used them well, sort of, he's destroyed Okada, destroyed a whole bunch of people, and at the same time then completely weakened New Japan. So good business, boys!
New Japan messed up.
I haven't watched AEW in a long... I haven't watched them since the CostCo guys. We got the boom! Yes, that's what we do. We got the boom. We got the brains of doo-doo. We got the boom. For you and me, we got the boom. We'd rather be in the WWE. You like that?
Yeah.
Why am I saying that? Here's a new news development, ladies and gentlemen. Did you hear about the Costco guys, the Boom Boys?
Yeah.
Tell them, Stanley. They're under contract in AEW. From what was at first just a quick one-off, it became the Costco guys match versus QT Marshall.
It was the best thing in the show.
What was literally the most well-reviewed, thing by audiences And I don't care about wrestling journalists anymore because they know nothing. But by audiences, most importantly, they love the CostCo guys. So Tony Khan immediately puts them under contract. They are now officially AEW people. And yet, on their most recent video, what happened?
So Big Boom AJ had a WWE championship, even though he works for AEW.
Yeah, they're making one of their Costco videos. They were reviewing baseball cards. And I didn't like the baseball card review. I like them reviewing chicken tenders and double chunk chocolate cookies. No. That's a big no on the baseball card review. Like, they're just unboxing baseball cards. No, sir. Get back to the Costco foods. I told them how to expand. I said just be do all the foods, do all the mall foods first. You start with all of the mall foods, all of the Costco foods, do gas station foods. Like, that could be your thing. It's all easy, accessible food. Do that. They didn't listen to me. They went into baseball cards. Horrible video. But as you can see at the beginning of the video, there's Big Boom AJ, the father, holding a WWE World Champion over his shoulder like he's Roman Reigns, for crying out loud. Then he had to delete the video off of TikTok because obviously someone said, hey, stupid, you work for AEW now. And now people are, I guarantee you, this will get the AEW fans to turn on Big Boom AJ. This will get everyone. And this will have people telling this guy, maybe this is why you couldn't make it in wrestling, even though you tried, 25 years ago. Maybe this is why. Because you don't have a lot of working brain cells, apparently. And Tony, if you literally have a full-time job with one promotion, you don't promote the other promotion, dummy. Golly. How stupid can you be? But that's the AEW way, There's no quality control.
Tony said that they're like the smartest businessman.
Tony is far from the smartest businessman. Tony's dad is far from the smartest businessman. Tony's father was good at inventing car parts. That's what he's good at. He's run the Jacksonville Jaguars into the ground. Their soccer team in England, they've run into the ground. And now AEW has been run into the ground. And AEW defenders and apologists are the same as, I'm a Star Wars fan, same as Acolyte defenders and apologists. It's all about pride and ego at this point. People just don't want to say, hey, you know what? Turns out the product that I like isn't good. I love Star Wars. But the Acolyte was absolute garbage. But, it was like, people who rushed, after seeing the first episode, oh, it's great, it's a great episode, and it's like their pride couldn't allow them to say, you know what, at the end of the day, this really was not a good series. It's the same thing with AEW fans. 5 years ago, folks, 6 years ago, AEW was cool, fresh, hip, new. It's been a long time now, in wrestling terms, where your shows are on every single week. It speeds up time. Now, 5 years ago is ancient history. Show is horrible. It's unwatchable, and I don't watch it. It's gone from every DVR that I have in the house. All right. You ready to talk a little Royal Rumble?
Yes.
Are you ready to rumble? Are you ready for a party? We got the Cody and the Punk coming out tonight. And maybe Brock Lesnar gonna be all right. Are you ready for the Rumble? Yeah. See, that was a combination of Michael Buffer, who would say, are you ready to rumble? But also Hank Williams Jr.'s Monday Night Football theme. Did you catch what I was doing there?
No.
Oh, my God!
I did not.
Do you know who Hank Williams Jr. or Michael Buffer
I know who Michael Buffer is.
God.
Not the other one.
You know who Bruce Buffer is?
I know who Bruce Buffer is.
You know who Bruce Springsteen is?
I do know who Bruce Springsteen is.
You know who Bruce Pritchard is?
I definitely know who Bruce Pritchard is. We're just gonna name Bruce.
Do you know who Bruce Pearl is?
I do not know. I think
Basketball coach. You know who Bruce Banner is.
Are we just naming Bruce?
Do you know who Bruce Banner is?
Yes.
Answer the question.
Yes.
Who?
Isn't he? He was a superhero.
Which one?
What was he? Superman?
Superman. Bruce Banner is Superman, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? We're not going to be celebrating the Eastside Dave and Son Wrestling show in August.
Wait, Batman.
With Batman.
Just said. He's one. Oh wait, is he
Well,
Marvel?
Al, hold on. Batman's first name is Bruce.
Yeah.
Okay, his first name is Bruce, but what was Batman's last name? It's not Banner.
Bruce.
Oh my God! You've seen every Batman movie.
I'm blanking on
I'm
it
a
right
huge
now.
Batman fan. I've showed you every one. You can't remember Batman's real name. Bruce. Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne. I'm stupid.
You said it, not me.
Yeah, I should have.
Who is Bruce Banner then?
Bruce Wayne. Is that?
Take one guess. It's Marvel.
Okay.
One guess,
I'm gonna say.
and I'm gonna get a knife, and I'm gonna put it up to your ear, and I'm just gonna slice off a little bit of cartilage. If you do not get the answer correct, just a little bit of cartilage shouldn't hurt that much.
Captain America.
Captain America, he says. Do you ever hear of Steve Rogers? That's Captain America.
Ah, that's his.
Or they're doing a new one now, and then now you got the new Falcon America. Bruce Banner. He's green.
Oh, he's the Hulk.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's
does
the
anyone
Incredible
really
Hulk.
know
Does,
the Hulk's
does anyone
name?
really know that? He says. You've seen all the Avengers movies, yes?
Yeah.
You've seen them multiple times, yes?
Yeah.
You've seen Thor Ragnarok, yes?
Yes.
You've seen many Marvel movies with the Incredible Hulk many times over, yes?
I have seen a lot.
And you forgot his name was Bruce Banner.
Yes. I knew that at the back of my head.
I don't think so. I think the back of your head is just a ping pong, a table with no paddles and no ball. A table tennis set up. You ever get that where like you have the most important part? You go and you some kind of rec center or something, and there's a table tennis thing, but it doesn't have the paddles or the ball. It's the most frustrating experience of all time. All right, Royal Rumble. Let's get it going. Let's start off with what will probably be the first match, which would be the Women's Royal Rumble match. 30 contestants. You know the rules. We don't have to go through it. Throw them over the top rope. 2 feet have to touch. And the rest of it. And the rest of the rules. Go ahead, Stanley. A lot of people. Should we just name a few people who have a chance here? So Rhea's a champion, so she's not even in it.
Yeah, and Nia. Oh no, not Nia. Tiffany. Tiffany's
And
champ
Tiffany is champ. She's not in it. You got a Bailey. All right. You got Bianca Belair. She's been a little quiet for the last few months. I mean, I know she's in a tag team, and maybe that's why. But you got the Bianca Belair. Does Jade Cargill come back? Any new surprises? I'm sure we're going to get some TNA folks. What about a Liv Morgan?
Well, she's announced, so yeah.
I mean, could she win?
Oh, could she win?
Yes, I'm trying to find out. Name me of just a few people.
Solid Flair, who's been announced. Solid.
Charlotte?
Yeah.
Charlotte Flair's coming back today?
Well, she's been announced. Yeah. Solid Flair.
What about Becky?
Becky, I feel like might come. I feel like AJ Lee, though, would be the big surprise, I would say.
Oh!
Come out tonight.
AJ Lee coming out tonight. CM Punk's wife. All right, so take a guess. Let's go.
I'm going to say Solid wins.
Charlotte! I'm going to go opposite with you and say Becky wins. How about that? I don't know if Becky's coming back tonight or not, but that's who I'm going with. Number 2, DIY versus Motor City Machine Guns. Okay, for the WWE Tag Team Championships. Now, the DIY there, the do-it-yourself, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, they are the champs. Motor City Machine Guns, Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, they are the contenders. They just were champs before losing their belts. What is going to happen here, Stanley Mecco?
I'm going to say DIY retain.
DIY retain.
Yeah.
You know what? Give me Motor City Machine Guns as an ode to Detroit, to the great Kirk Gibson, who hit the game-winning home run in Game 1 of the 1988 World Series. No, he was not on the Tigers at the time. He was on the Dodgers. But in 1984, who hit probably the biggest home run of the World Series in that series?
Kirk Gibson?
His name was Kirk Gibson, and he was playing for the Detroit Tigers then. 2 huge home runs in the World Series for Kirk Gibson. And because of that, Motor City Machine Guns for the championships. Next one. Let's go to the ladder match, I suppose, for the Undisputed WWE Championship. It's going to be the Undisputed Championship and the Winged Eagle Championship belt. Both suspended above the ring. Ladder match. Whoever can get to those belts first wins. Who's going to get it, Cody or Kevin?
I will say, they have been hanging high above the ring somehow from Texas to Indianapolis. That is quite insane that they have been hanging above the ring.
Oh, yeah. Everywhere they go, they're just hanging. Anytime Cody and Kevin are walking somewhere, those belts are just suspended above their heads. Sometimes, like, even when they're walking, like, if they're walking out to their car, they just put those belts on a drone, like 15 feet in the air, so that they're just always constantly over their heads. But, who do you like?
I'm going to say Cody retains.
Oh, why?
Why? Because I think that they're going to have Cody probably as the champ to Mania.
Oh, I gotta agree with you. Yeah, Kevin's done an amazing job. He's been fantastic during this whole feud. Great rivalry. I've really enjoyed his work, but it would be really shocking if that happened. If Kevin won and beat Cody at the Royal Rumble. Hey, anything could happen, though. Anything could happen. And finally, the men's Royal Rumble match. Stanley, let's go. Okay, again, we got some we got some big time names that we should probably be going through first, like Sami Zayn, Jey Uso, Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre. All right, we got some big times in this thing. Who is going to emerge the Royal Rumble winner?
To me, it's a toss-up. Well, actually, wait. Can I say who I think? I think that there's someone that's going to be there. Can I tell you?
Yes, please.
My prediction for a return, so I surprise, I would say, would be Aleister Black.
Aleister Black.
Formerly Malachi from AEW.
Sure, okay. All right, fair enough. I can see that.
And for the winner, I feel like it's a toss-up between Cena and Punk. I'm going to say Punk.
You're saying CM Punk wins the Royal Rumble?
Yeah. But it's a toss-up.
You know what? Oh, I forgot about Cena. Oh, you shouldn't have said that. You're going with Punk?
Yeah.
I'm going Cena.
Very happy.
Oh, what a bad move on your part. As Christopher Mad Dog Russo would say, that was a really terrible job on your part, Stanley. Oh, what a stupid decision on your part. I gotta tell ya. I mean, I think Punk has an excellent chance. I do. But, man, Cena? And if KO beat Kevin, Cena and Kevin Owens have had a thing before. Cena beats Kevin Owens for that championship. And they could turn around and do it to Kevin in a pay-per-view before WrestleMania. You know? And then all of a sudden, Cena's the champ, and then, this is what happens. The Rock challenges. They've split 1-1 at WrestleMania. So The Rock challenges John Cena for the WWE Championship, and I guarantee you The Rock would win. What do you think about that prediction?
I think
that's my prediction.
If
Cena wins, Kevin Owens beats Cody in a quick pay-per-view or even a Raw on Netflix to get lots of ratings. They have Cena defeat Kevin Owens to go into WrestleMania as champion. Who's going to fight Cena there? It's The Rock. The rubber match. Cena Rock WrestleMania 3. This one to decide it all. Come on, man. That's a good prediction.
Well, I will say that there's another possibility that what they could do which is because the next pay-per-view is the Chamber, which is in Canada, so they could have, what if they had Zayn cost Kevin, and then Kevin costs Zayn, and then Canada, it's in.
Well,
so Canada, it's in Montreal. Zammy, Kevin in Montreal.
All right.
You know?
All right. Okay. All right, but you know where I'm going with that. So that's my prediction. Either, yeah, that's right. So so Cena wins, and then it's, Cena takes on Kevin Owens at Elimination Chamber for the championship. Boom. And then Punk wins the Elimination Chamber. Probably it takes on Gunther for night 1 at WrestleMania. Or someone else. There it is. Boom. We did it. Well, Stanley, that'll do it for us. Thoughts and opinions of year 10. We have entered year 10 of the East Side Dave and Son Wrestling Show. Thoughts and opinions, please.
Thoughts and opinions.
What are you looking forward to this year in WWE and in life?
I am looking forward to a great Royal Rumble.
Great Royal Rumble, sure. I mean, that's only a few hours away. I was looking for a little bit, something down the road in the year 2025. Anything. Anything at all.
The podcast, the 10-year anniversary podcast. I mean, the
10-year
actual
anniversary.
10.
All right. That's fair. You had finals this past week. Did you do well in the finals?
I did well.
I noticed you became very suspiciously quiet.
I didn't.
You did. Trust me, folks, he did. Well, I mean, they're listening. They heard you become quiet. You did good?
I did good.
We'll see about that, folks. Folks, we will see about that, and we will read those grades on the air, folks. Oh, yes, we will, folks. Oh, baby! It's Royal Rumble Day! Get excited! Let's rock and roll! For his name is Stanley Mac! For me, my name is David Mac! It's the East Side Dave and Son Wrestling Show! Enjoy Royal Rumble, everybody!